Now, the London Eye is hosting 32 different shows at the same time today. The event is highlighting the work of a charity and sees performances of music, theatre or comedy for the public in each of the Eye's 32 pods. Our entertainment correspondent Tamsin Sylvester went along.
Well, it's the longest day of the year and it's certainly a very sunny one. A great day for what's going on here on the London Eye today. And tell me more about that, Midday. Comedian extraordinaire. And you're performing in one of these pods tonight, Kevin. What's actually going on?
Can you see how tightly I'm gripping?
Not afraid of heights, are you?
I'm claustrophobic, I'm afraid of heights, and allergic to beautiful women, so I've got three things to worry about.
Oh, bless you for trying there. Thank you very much. So tell me about tonight. This is an incredible event, isn't it?
It is an incredible event, yeah. There's about 3,000 performers doing 4 million shows or so. It's every single pod. The wheel's going to go around 3 times, and there's going to be different shows each time on each pod, and the audience that will turn up are getting a lucky dip. So hopefully the people that come for the jazz harpsichord won't be too upset when they get in my pod.
But you don't want to see those fallen faces, do you?
Yeah, but everyone's doing shows, and we're all trying to incorporate issues of debt and poverty into the thing, which is quite difficult for a comedian. Obviously, there's not a lot of laughs in it, but hopefully the primary aim, of course, is entertainment, but also it's partly to promote Cafédirect and the Fair Trade Organisation, because what we've seen in the last 5 years since Jubilee 2000, 1999-2000, is a fantastic growing awareness of the fact that the world is skew-with, the growing awareness of the fact that there's absolutely no need in this day and age for anybody in any part of the world to go without food, to go without education, to go without basic health. And people finally in the developed world have become aware of that, and it's amazing how it's come to the top of the agenda, because it was nowhere near it 5-6 years ago. And now last week you had the Mirror and the Sun both leading with Make Poverty History, which is fantastic. But as part of the whole package of cancelling debt and providing more aid, trade is the third most important part of that. Well, you could argue trade is the most important thing, because there's no point having aid without giving people the ability to trade fairly. And at the moment all the cards are stacked against the developing world because of subsidies, tariffs. It's very hard for them to break into Western markets. So what Cafédirect do, which is fantastic, is to go directly to the people who grow coffee and who grow tea in Africa and South America, give them a fair price for the product and give them access to markets that they wouldn't otherwise have access to. And also it means that small growers can make their own profit without actually having to go through whole layers of profit-making conglomerates or governments.
The whole idea of this, I mean, we've seen a spotlight on Africa, as you say, recently, especially with Live Aid and G8 Summit, but this is about looking at Africa differently and treating it differently. And is that about sort of giving the power back to Africa?
It's absolutely about giving the power, not just to Africa, but to all sorts of places. I think we make the mistake of thinking that poverty only exists in Africa. There's terrible problems in South America, there's terrible problems in some parts of Asia. What this does is to say that aid is fantastic. Aid is one thing, and without aid the problem won't be solved. But most importantly of all is trade. It's giving people the chance to make their own money, which is essentially what you want to do. Because ideally, in 10-15 years' time, the Western world can clear out of Africa, clear out of South America, having left those people with a level playing field, having left them without crippling burdens of debt, without crippling burdens of poverty, having left them in a situation whereby they can grow their own crops, they can make their own produce, and they can sell it to us on the same level basis that our own people are selling stuff to, and they can make stuff for themselves, and then when they've made stuff for themselves and grown stuff for themselves, they can sell the surplus to us instead of us selling all our cotton and our grain to them, which is ludicrous. So this is about providing, in the end, a level playing field for the developing world, and also providing the ability for us to clear off out of it and leave them to it, basically.
As you say, quite heavy issues to ram into your comedy set. Are you ready for it?
Well, I am. It kind of makes you laugh a little bit, because they phone them up and ask you to do this, and I know for a fact they're not asking Damon Albarn to put stuff in about poverty. I know for a fact the Royal Shakespeare Company don't have to spice Hamlet up a little bit about it, but they just say to the comics, can you be funny about poverty and debt for 25 minutes? I say, yeah, all right, yeah, I'll do some Holocaust stuff, all right. So just make it really difficult for us. I'll just get people stuck in the middle of it.
And they can't leave.
They can't leave. Well, they can do, of course. It would be really that'd be very bad heckling, wouldn't it? If somebody actually jumped off the pod because they really weren't enjoying the show, that would be terrible, wouldn't it?
I'm sure that won't happen, Kevin.
It might be me with the claustrophobia. Not at all. It's a pleasure.
Thank you.